So let's start the session from where we had left last time. So this was the last time which we had created a table for the date. Let's just convert this, and we have added few columns of year, month, and so on. So on. Let's just convert this into only month. Short date. Just remove this time. So this is unnecessary, unwanted. Okay. Now we will add more one column to know which dates are present in our transition table. Okay, we have dates here, so we just need to dates here, so we need to figure out which all dates of this transition table are present in this. Okay, so for that, let's add another column, and in this okay, so this will be see transitions. Okay, this will be your my date, sorry, table is my equals to my dates, and in this we will be selecting the date column, and after that whichever is greater than equals to, sorry, less than equals to max, and transition, and let's select the date here. Okay, whichever date is matching here. Look, when you have a, whenever you come across this, if you want to be specific, then you can select from this. You can see there is a drop down day, month, year, and so on. You can see day, month, number. So you can, if you want to be particular, if you want to only match year, then you can just select year from here. Or if you want to be particular with only quarter, then you can just put a dot and write that now I am content only with the date, so I can also go with the first one, date, but if I close the parenthesis here, then it will also work. So it will give me a value, true or false, that yes, this particular date is present in your transition or not. So you can see it has given me true and false, mean whichever is true here, that date is present in my transition table. Okay, whichever date is true, and whichever date is false is not present. So now this is done, and now coming to one important thing we should know. Let me just add a table here, and in this I will add the C month, month full name. Let me add it. Okay, this is up. Okay, so now you can see how the month is arranged. If I sort it, then it will sort in alphabetic order. Okay, you can see April, August, December, Feb, and so on. Yeah. But if it's a month column, then it should ideally arrange as per the calendar year. That is January, February, March, and so on. But this is not doing that. So to fix this, and this is very important concept, and to fix this, we should go to the data tab, and then so we were sorting the data here. So I've just removed the table. Let me just reapply. Actually, the issue was that we hadn't sorted this table. So how we can do that? Just go to the sorting table and click month. Select that particular column first, and then go to the sort by column and select the particular column. It will sort it. Data. And now let's go here and reapply the same. Now it should work fine. You can see now it's arranged as per the month. It's not as per the alphabet. Okay, so this is it. So let me just add two slicers. Two slicers. One. The first one should be for year. Okay. This should be drop down and should be list, and then list should have horizontal. So now it's fine. Yeah, and then let me add another slicer for the year. It's year now for the month. It's the month number, I believe it's not required. I need month name. Yes, we have. Select. Okay, so not waste the time in the formatting. We are focusing totally on the DAX part. So now let's add a total. Let me just see the name is not looking appropriate. Account name, hashtag, something. Account should be not this one. Okay. Let's add a simple measure now to find the total of this. Then first click on that particular table, then new measure, and the measure name should be total transaction amount amount equals to simple, it's sum, and then just provide the whichever column you want to sum. Just transactions, I want amount column, just close the parentheses, hit enter. This will be your total. Okay, let me just drag this M in this table. This will give us the total expenses for each month. Okay. Oh, sorry, it's not that what I was looking for. Total transaction amount is same. Okay. It's because that we haven't mapped the two tables. We will do that later on. Let me just okay, let's do it now. And let me just map this to okay, here and month with the transition date. Okay, not month, should be, let's take the date with this date. Now this should solve. Yeah, you can see it has created one-to-many relationship, and the filter flow is from my date table to transition. This is the best relationship for your data modeling. Okay, one-to-many. You can see it has automatically updated this figures from single to every. This is the total month, sorry, total amount transition, total transition amount of each month. Okay, now this was the total, and now let's find there's other way to calculate the same. Let's now find the how much expenses. These are basically expenses. And now there's another way. Let's create move on DAX and see how calculate function works. Again, one new measure. This will be calculating expenses. And in this, we will be checking out how calculate function works. So calculate function, first parameter is to give the any aggregate function or any calculation which you want to do in the first parameter, that is expression. You can also add DAX already created. So we will be doing that. So I will just be, instead of doing any calculation here in the expression parameter, I will just add a DAX here. How I will add? Just start square bracket and your previous created DAX will be listed out. So far I've only created one DAX, so it is listed here. Just select this. Okay, and after that I will be, let's apply a filter. Okay, in this filter there are so filter calculate has basically two parts. First one is expression and the second part is filter part. In filter part you can apply different kinds of filter. We will be seeing and we'll be exploring those in the later classes. For now we will be checking how filter function works. So in this filter, what you do, we will be only checking which are debits, which are not transitioned. Basically, before moving ahead, let me just cross this and show you what we have to find in expenses. Just if we go to the data table, data table and see that in transition type, there is debit, credit, and there's a blank as well. What is this blank? Okay, there's nothing, so we can ignore this. So it's credit and debit and credit are there. We only need to have debits, okay, because that is our expenses, and we should also have a trans. It's not there. Okay, so anything that is equivalent to the debit should be only counted in our expenses. So let's create that. Expenses equals to calculate, and this calculate will have this DAX function, then filter from the transition table. The second parameter for the filter will be your now filter condition, and that should be your transition, and it should be transition type, I believe. Yes, transition type is equivalent to debit. Okay, so we should have double quotation, sorry, a single one, and then just in the end just close the parenthesis. And if you want to apply more filters, then similarly you can just put comma and just apply the other conditions. Okay, and now let's hit enter. Let me drag this as well in my table. Total expense. And now, okay, so here you can just clearly see that, let me just enlarge it. Clearly you can see that in this month, in Jan, 16,000 something was our total transition. Okay, it was debit, credit, all this including, and from that, this was my expense. It was 6,300 something. Okay. So now we will also will find that how much was my income. Okay. Income. So income should be same as we did the expenses. We'll be calculating from this transition type. You can see there is a debit and credit. Credit is simply that was that what amount I got. So that will be our income. So let's click on the table, and you can also right click here and just select new measure. It's on the top. You can either options you can choose from the ribbon or from the right click also. Both will work fine. So income equals to, now again calculate function, and we'll be using our same DAX for the total. Okay, this comma and same filter, just the replica of what we did earlier for the expenses, comma transition, and transition type equals to double quote, and it should be credit. I'll just drag it here. And yeah, so this was my income and this was my expense. Now next we will be checking what was my net income. Okay, we have got our total transition amount, we have got our expenses, and how now we have got our total income. So now we should check that what was my total net income. So how we will get that? So we have the expenses and we have the income, so we'll just subtract both of them and we will get our net income. Income equals to, and we have to use DAX which we have created, so just select have a square bracket, then it will list out here all the measures which you have created. If you want to don't, if you don't want to do that, then there's another way, that is transition. Just write the table name, and the table name will pop up the whatever whichever measures you have created to list it out. So the best, if you're using a measure, then the best way, the best practice is that just don't mention the table. Okay, and this is my income minus expense. Just hit enter. And I will just drag this here as well, both. Okay, so this is how we can calculate the net income as well. So now this was just a table. Now let's see this entire figures through a waterfall chart. That's the best way to see this type of things. Let me just drag it here. And in this category, C month. Okay, and then your net income will be, yeah, you can see we have the figures. Yeah, so in this we can clearly see that every month there has been a consistent rise of net income. And when we come to this particular part, that is okay, I think it's not arranged properly. Mistake. Should be, sorry, it's this one, and it's make it category. Yeah, you can see now net income. There was a positive net income in Jan, then again it fell to the, we have a negative one in the Feb, then so on. So this is the best way to know what is the net income so far, month by month, at how much you have income every month, and then last the total, it is there. So let me just give a formatting to it. Yeah, the data level, it will be much better. Yes. So this is the best way to look to the net income. That will give us a smooth and clear picture. So now moving to some time intelligence function, how we can use that to find, how can use them in calculating the financial data. So let's now move to the next part, and that will be, we'll be calculating expenses YTD. So we have expenses per month, and we'll be counting the expenses YTD. Okay, so how we can do that? Just go there, right click, and new measure. We will be using calculate function here as well, and with calculate we will be also using some other new DAX. How to use that now? Equals to m expense we have, sorry, we should calculate m expenses. Okay, and then we'll be seeing this calculate table. This calculate table, what it will do, it will create a table of its own. Okay, whichever data will feed in that, it will create a table of its own. It's mostly used with you can say with dates. Okay, so let me just provide, and to have the date automatically, we will be using dates YTD function. Okay, now what date YTD does, returns a set of dates in the year up to the current date. Okay, whichever date we will mention in that, it will automatically create that date list. If I mention 1st of March, then the 1st of March 2020, it will create a date from 1st of the March till today, till current date. Okay, and in this we need to just provide one detail, that is date column, and we will pick this date column from our my date. Okay, my date column, and that should be date. Okay, just close the parenthesis, and now we have now date list, and now come to the calculate table. In calculate table, we can also provide a filter. So in this filter part, what we'll do, you remember we have created this in date column, we have created what it is, yeah, this present transition, because we are using this this table, my date table. So we need to tell that which dates it should consider, and we have this column which tells us that that particular date is present in transition table or not. So I will use that as a filter. Sorry, my date and present transition equals to true. Let me just close the parenthesis and hit enter. Is it clear that how we used and why we used that present transition equals to true? Because we are using, first of all, we are using this date because it is a this is only a source which has a continuous date. We also have a date column in transition, but it's not a continuous date. It has a break in it. Okay. So we have to use this continuous source. And as we are this table, so we need to tell, and we need to find that which dates have the transition, or on which dates there has been expenses. Okay. So we have, for that we have this column. Okay, now let's just hit enter, and just create some space here, and let me just add YTD. You can see it has increased. If you calculate this, keep on calculating, then it will show you the numbers. Just modify this, it's too long. Total transition, total amount, I should say, just total amount. Okay, this is how we can find the expenses YTD. Yes, Saurabh, you had a question.
Yeah, so that my date was the date we created, right?
Yes.
So that we can get a connected one.
Yes.
In the earlier class. Okay.
Yeah, we have created this my from the date calendar auto function.
Auto calendar, yes. The starting date, initial and the final date, and
yeah, from this, and then rest of them we have added it.
So here we'll have to give the initial and final
no
date?
in calendar auto you don't need to give anything. When you're using only calendar function, in that you need to provide the starting and the end. Okay. In this, it will automatically study your data, and it will try to create the date range.
Okay. Fine.
So what I noticed that this is I think total M expenses YTD, and the expenses, let me just drag it close that we can relate this. You can see this is not matching the total. They should be equivalent to this. This is because let me just apply a slicer of 2019, and now this should match. Now yes, now it's matching. And if I go 2018, then it should again match. Yes, 15 approximate. That this is not matching. So let's keep this session till here, and we'll see you on the next class. Be safe and enjoy.